Start your week with a triple shot of good vibes. This is the Project Joy podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Thanks for joining me. Good Monday morning, everybody. I hope you are well today. It is me, Jessica Dugas, here with your Project Joy live on Monday morning. I hope you guys are doing well today on this post-Halloween morning. Let me know if you guys went out yesterday or took the kids out yesterday or did anything yesterday at all, or was it just another day for you? I'm interested to know. So I am excited to be here with you for another morning, and I feel good today because I didn't indulge in the candy last night, people. I didn't. I have been on a very headstrong health journey here, and candy doesn't fit in to that for me right now because there are things that are more important to me, and that doesn't mean that I didn't want it. And I really struggled in finding the joy in saying no, saying no to the candy. It was a challenge. But I did it and I'm happy about it. And I'm here with you today. So I would love for you to use the comment section if you are on YouTube or Twitch and share with us where you're tuning in from today. And of course, don't forget to share what is bringing you joy, because that's what Project Joy is all about. I also want to remind you that at any point you can go to projectjoypodcast.com and click the join live button. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I need to make sure that button is updated really quickly. We are having all kinds of technical things going on lately, and I'm disappointed in the universe because Mercury retrograde is over. But I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that Jessica retrograde is alive and well, because I don't know what is going on lately. I have not been able to go live on Facebook at all. It pops up with notification anytime I try to go live, or even when I'm watching someone else's live video, it says that you're not allowed to go live. And I'm like, why? No, I've looked in all of my back end stuff on Facebook. Nothing tells me that I've been like banned or done anything wrong or anything else. And I just can't go live. So of course I've reported it, but I am just a number to the Facebook people. I am just a number. But we're here and we're joyful anyway. Thank God for other platforms. I'm so happy to still be live on E360 TV and YouTube and Twitch. And of course, you can go to projectjoypodcast.com and you'll see us on YouTube there as well. Though this morning, I'm working on it, people. Working on it. So I have so much bringing me joy this morning that I want to share with you that has been my joy over the last couple of days. But I want to update. I want to update this link for you guys really quickly, because otherwise you won't be able to join me even if you wanted to here. So I'm going to chat while I'm going on about it behind the scenes. So I have to bring up my I got to say good morning. Good morning, Mr. Jackson. Thanks for being here today. It's good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining me this morning. I hope you had a wonderful day yesterday with your daughter. I know y'all were going to be watching movies and everything else. I'm going back to find my pictures. So yesterday, Halloween, I'm going to backtrack to yesterday, and then I'm going to backtrack again for you guys because I want to share the other thing with you as well. So I had you guys guess last week what my kids were going to be. So they've been many things throughout the years. We have done the Minions. We have done the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf. We have done, oh my gosh, so many things. Now we have done zombies. We have done angels and devils. We have done vampires. And we try to do it as a big group. And so this year, listen, I was not prepared. Okay. I was not prepared for Halloween this year. Was not prepared at all. And so I was like, last minute, we were like, okay, what are we going to do? And I kept being brought back to the scene from uh It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, where they're all in their costumes. Because like, if we could have easily been the cast of Charlie Brown, and that would have been a little more involved. And I was like, really trying to keep it simple. By the way, you guys, the website is now updated. So all you have to do if you want to join live is go to projectjoypodcast.com and click the join live button. It is updated to share a moment of joy or gratitude live on air with me today. So I was like, what are we going to do? And so we decided the kids decided to be the ghost scene from It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And yes, those are sheets, and we cut out the eyes, and we have mesh, and we have all kinds of stuff. And it took watching the movie a couple times to really make sure that we had all the details down of, we had I thought that was hair on the middle ghost, to be honest with you. I thought it was hair, but it was a coonskin cap. And so we had that going on. We have the ghost, we have the goblin, we have Leah, my youngest, in the front middle there. You can't see all of the holes, but she played the Charlie Brown character with all of the holes in her ghost costume, because he accidentally cut out all the holes, more than just the eyes, right? And she had been practicing the whole time her line, I gotta rock. Do you guys remember that? And It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. And so we reenacted the whole scene where they're like, I got 5 candy bars, I got a popcorn ball. And then at the end, she's like, I gotta rock. So if you're on my personal Facebook page and you see the post that I made last night of their Halloween costumes, you can actually go in the comments and see the video where we reenacted that scene, and it was quite hysterical. So we had a really good time with that. It was a lot of fun. So good time brings me joy. And what doesn't bring me joy is the fact, and you guys will have to tell me if they do this where you are. So they keep changing the day of trick or treat. So here in the South, if Halloween happens on a Sunday, they change it to where they typically announce that you have to trick or treat on Saturday, but they don't say trick or treating has to happen on Saturday. They say we recommend that trick or treating be Saturday. Well, this year, I didn't even think about it. It was not even in my brain to check, like, with the local, authorities that be about all this. Didn't even think about it. Didn't even think to check it. And sure enough, our doorbell rings on Saturday, 5:30, and they're like, trick or treat. And I'm like, shit, the costumes are not ready. Thank God I had my candy ready and everything. But sure enough, the governor here suggested that people trick or treat on Saturday. And but it said to be prepared for Sunday as well. Well, I said, we are sure prepared for Sunday. We are not prepared for Saturday here. But all of the candy that I got Saturday was given out. And then I had to get more Sunday morning. And of course, my kids were some of the few that went out on Sunday. But, everybody's like, oh, the kids have school Sunday morning, and we have church Sunday night or Sunday morning, or kids have school Monday morning. We have church Sunday morning. And so we have to change the day. This was not a thing when we were little. Do you guys remember when you were little, like Halloween being changed to suit like school and church and all these things, that was not a thing. It didn't matter what day, and people just knew, like, okay, the kids are going to be hyped up on sugar, they're going to be excited, whatever. And we have done everything we can in society to try to coddle everybody involved. And I get it. The teachers, because I homeschool my kids, I get that they get riled up for different holidays, but it's like we have done everything we can to just coddle everybody. Everybody. It's not, we're just having fun with it anymore. It's become this, well, let's be careful because they have school tomorrow, because we have work tomorrow, because we have church today, all of this stuff. And it's one of those things, but we made a joyful experience out of it anyway. We ended up having Halloween 2 days in a row. It was a good time. But before that, my other joy this week is that Saturday, I completed my first 5K. Okay. I want to full disclaimer. We do not run here. Yeah, I gotta take this out. I need you to understand there will be no running with Jessica. Jessica is not a runner. It's not a thing. It's not happening. Even when I was super thin, even when I was in better health, I'm just not interested in running at all. I will walk. I will enjoy the scenery. So I sure did walk this 5K. And it was even more challenging for me because I had a really tough experience the day before. So a lot of you guys know that I have had a history of health challenges, and one of those things being vertigo, chronic vertigo. And no real answers as to why or anything like that. And so when I got COVID back in June, it exaggerated that, the vertigo and the dizziness and all of that. And so I thought, I am not an outside walker, runner, definitely not a runner, but not outside person, period. We're in the South, we have a lot of bugs and snakes and crazy weather and shit that I just don't want to deal with. Okay. So, I bought a treadmill and I was like, this is going to be great. Well, your brain, for anybody that's not aware of this, your brain does not know the difference, but like it does not know, like, okay, you've gotten on a treadmill and you have to adjust to that. And my body didn't like it. And I ended up having serious, even more exaggerated issues with the vertigo on Friday because of being on the treadmill. And I was only on there for like 30 minutes on Thursday. And so all day Friday, I'm really struggling. And I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do this or how I'm going to do it. Cause I had planned on doing the majority of it on the treadmill. And I was like, I just have to pull it together. And so I got up Saturday morning and I took my time. I walked. As you can see, I carried a pumpkin. I got an extra medal, that tough pumpkin medal for carrying the pumpkin the whole way. And, I did it. And it was not anything that I ever really planned on doing. It wasn't something that I expected to be doing the year that I turned 40. It was not, I just didn't, this wasn't in my trajectory of like, this is what you're going to do. And I'm so happy that I did it though. And it felt so good to finish it. And I was so thankful for the people. Amen. Walking is awesome. Mr. Jackson says, speaking of Mr. Jackson, what I was just going to say is I'm so thankful. I'm thankful. Number one, my husband works out of town. I've mentioned that before. And so he was away still on Saturday, and he was super encouraging in my text messages that morning. And then I'm thankful for my daughter, Nina, that walked with me the whole way. She almost went home after she was like, girl, you got this. Bye. She was like, I'm out. But she didn't. She stayed with me. And I was so thankful as well for the people that I had on my call, because I attend 2 calls, one of which I lead on Saturday mornings. And so I had Mr. and Mrs. Jackson. We have Donnell out in the audience. They had Mr. and Mrs. Jackson, Shiraz, and Miss CK Ford joining me on Discord for our Breakthrough Soul Saturday morning coffee chat on Saturday morning. And then when that was over, I continued to my Zoom call with Overcoming Odds, which was Oleg Lohid, Dorothy, Teresa, Ishan, and they were all there and were there when I finished the race, which was super exciting to have. Like, it wasn't friends that could hug me and high five me and all of that, but they were there, and that really means so much to me. And I know that people oftentimes have difficulty in doing the same things or considering your online relationships the same as you would an in-person relationship. But for me, that's always been so important. And I am beyond thankful, beyond words that I feel like I can appropriately express, grateful for the people that are in my life, online and off, but online, because you made my whole day on Saturday, and I just want to say thank you for that. So we're going to take a quick break, you guys, and don't forget, you can go to projectjoypodcast.com, click the join live button to share a moment of joy or gratitude live on air with me. We're also going to be diving into the last part of our Joy in Play series, 10 ways you can bring more play into your life to experience more joy. And we are so excited to finish up this series today. And so we're going to do that right after the break. We'll be right back in just a minute. Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every month for exclusive programming, where we invite you to go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com. Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I'm so excited to be here with you for another episode today. Don't forget to use that comment section to share where you're joining from today and, of course, what's bringing you joy. And as you can see in the banner scrolling below, don't forget to join our text community in the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico. Just text the word breakthrough to 256-685-7092. 256-685-7092 so that you have notifications of when we are live. All of the shows on the Breakthrough Show Network, from the Breakthrough Show, Project Joy, Ask Crystal, Divine DNA, Rewriting Reality, Throwback Thursday, all that good stuff. Don't miss your notifications because, as we know, as I've mentioned, we are still having issues with going live on Facebook from my account for some reason. So it's good to have those notifications in case we're going to be elsewhere. Here's the truth of it. We don't own any social media, right? We don't own our pages. When we sign up for these social media accounts, it says clearly, you don't own this page in the little fine print when we sign up for any social media. And so it's really important that we have other places that we can go. And we do, which we're really grateful for. And we put them in our text message community. So make sure you join us. Also, if you are not in the US, Canada, and Puerto Rico, or If you are and you don't want text messages, please feel free to join us in our Discord community. It's bit.ly/Discord breakthrough. And there are also the links to the shows there. And you can communicate with me and the other hosts on the Breakthrough Show Network, as well as fellow fans and supporters of the network. So be sure to join us there as well. So we are finishing up our series today on play, and it's been a lot of fun to go through these different play tips to bring more play into our lives, right? So, first one was to take a play history. It encouraged us to go back and look at all of the ways we used to play growing up. What was important to us? How did we play? Who did we play with? Did we actually have fun playing, or would we have done things differently? So, take a play history, go back and look at those things. Number two was to choose to play, be a playmaker. And the other part of this was to look at the relationships in our lives and ask yourself, are the people in our lives playmakers? If we want to experience more play and joy in our lives, that we need to look at those relationships as well. And are we being a playmaker? Are we choosing to wake up and go, you know what, I'm going to take the time to play today and have some more fun? And if not, then we can't complain about not having fun. We need to be the playmaker. Number three was to collect your toys. We talked about all of the different ways that we can play with different toys. We talked about sports equipment and pool tables and art supplies that Jessica doesn't need to buy, all of these different things. And also, so to look at the things we have, but also look at what are some of the toys we want to buy? What do we want to save up for? What are things that we want to have in our lives so we can have an easier time playing? Number four was to make a play date. Now, for those of us that are parents, we talked about, how easy it is for us as parents to make play dates for our kids, but are we doing it for ourselves? Are we putting in our calendar? That's your big tip for this one. Put it in your calendar, people. A play dates for ourselves, whether we're watching a movie or getting together to craft or getting together to cook a meal, or even just reminders to call people and have great conversation. Those are great things too. So make a play date. Number five, if you go to make a play date and think, well, who am I going to have a play date with? And you don't have anybody, you need to find a playmate. And I loved our discussion during this week when we talked about how, if we're married or have a boyfriend or girlfriend or fiance or a relationship of any kind, that sometimes it can be easy for us to depend on that person to be our playmate in all circumstances. And we have different likes and dislikes and different things that we like to play. My husband has a certain game he loves to play that I'm just not interested in, people. I'm just not. And so when he does that, I go do other things, and that's fine too. So looking in your life for those playmates, and if you don't see them, just know that the online space is a great community to a great space to find that community of people that likes to play the same things that you do. Number six was to bring some attitude. If you got to go in it going, yes, I'm going to play. It's very similar to be a playmaker. You're choosing to be a playmaker. You're choosing to play, but now you're coming in it with some attitude going, yes, I'm going to choose to have fun. I'm going to choose to bring more play into my life. And number seven, I love how this ties into the other things as well. Don't sweat the small stuff. So as we're adults, it can be easy for us to get wrapped up in all of those little things that happen as adults. The bills are due. We've lost a job. Our bank account's at zero. We're dealing with grief. We have all of these different things that we deal with as adults, but it's our choice whether we want to get wrapped up in the negativity of those things or choose to find the joy, choose to play anyway. So don't sweat the small stuff. That was number seven. Number eight, encourage us to laugh more. We told some really corny jokes that day, and I was here for it. And so just choose to laugh more. If you're having a rough day, if you're struggling to be able to play or find the joy, put on a comedy, put on a movie, a comedy routine. Tell a stupid joke and you'll find somebody that will laugh. I promise you. So laugh more. Make sure you take the time to do that. Number 9 is to be a kid again. We talked about this last week. Surrounding yourself with kid-like things, whether it's toys, an amusement park, kids themselves, can be a great reminder for us to be a kid again. But when we're put in these childlike environments, it's easier for us to get into that energy of play, and which, brings us into the energy of joy. So, are you ready for our number 10 today? Let me know in the comments if you are ready for our number 10. We have made it all the way. 10 weeks. I can't believe we have been going through all this. Super fun. So number 10 is, drum roll. That was a horrible drum roll, but we're going to do it anyway. Number 10 is take time for yourself. So again, this came from a 2018 issue of Mindfulness magazine. Oh, there's Sandra from Grey's Anatomy. If y'all are Grey's Anatomy fans, I haven't watched Grey's Anatomy in a long time. Take time for yourself. Many of us put ourselves last on our priority list. And setting aside time to do things you enjoy can feel indulgent. But taking time each week to do something you enjoy, that's just living a happy, mindful life. So taking time for yourself. If you go through all of these different things, and I want to hop over to the comments really quick and say good morning to Miss Ford. Great new day and great week to Project Joy podcast. We are glad you're here, Miss Ford. I was just talking about you a little while ago. In case you missed it, you'll have to go back and check that out. So if you're going through all of these things, right, and you've taken the play history, you're choosing to play, you're surrounding yourself with other people who aren't playmakers, like we talked about. You don't have a big support system. You don't have people that are super playful in your life. You don't have a lot of these things that we've talked about. This taking time for yourself can really create the space for you to find those things, for you to recognize those things, and for you to just play on your own. If none of these other things come to be, play on your own. Choose to do that on your own. So taking time for yourself is so important. It also gives you time, as I said, to think about all of these things that we've talked about the last time for your week. So I want to know in the comments, how do you take time for yourself? Do you feel like you take enough time for yourself? And what does enough time for yourself look like? These are some of the questions that I want to ask you today. So for me, it can be a challenge in a house of 8 people where I homeschool and work at home to take time for myself. Because I'm always here, they're always here. It can be a challenge. And I went at the end of 2019. I took a trip with my friend, aka personal nurse, Paula Patterson. We went up to Michigan so that I could go see my cardiologist, Dr. Khan, and I almost didn't know what to do with myself because I hadn't really taken a whole lot of time for myself. But it was so nice at times to just be who I am without the expectation of being who everybody else needs and or wants me to be. And I say that without, there's not any kind of malice or frustration or anger about being the mom, being the wife, being the podcast host, being the, producer for the network. That all comes with their own joy, but there's something when you get to be by yourself without expectations of being anything else for anybody. You just get to tap into your soul. You get to really tap into the quietness within you and who you and doing whatever you want and saying whatever you want and being whoever you are without any rules or expectations or anything putting on you. And even that in itself can create a space for play. I have someone coming up on the Breakthrough Show soon who has been on the Breakthrough Show before. And some of you guys will know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say it on here because I want to be really candid about all of this. So when they were on the Breakthrough Show initially, they were kind of up and coming, like had a lot of good things on their plate coming up. And ever since that time, they were on a popular show. Things have changed quite a bit as far as their who knows them and their popularity and all of that. And there are new expectations on them for the way that they come across, the way that they present themselves, the way they market themselves on social media, the way that they're allowed to be on interviews. Things have changed quite a bit. And I, went into that, our recent conversation with just it was a different experience, because you're almost on pins and needles a little bit. Like, am I going to say the wrong thing? Am I going to, you have to be more careful. So when you're surrounding yourself with other people, there are always going to be those expectations of how you behave. And it's really easy to say, and be whoever you are anyway, and just always be yourself. And yes, that's true to a point, but there's also the, when you're working with other people, especially in a professional environment, you want to make sure that you are representing yourself in a way that is also, properly representing the other people you're involved with. You want to make sure that you are, because for example, with the Breakthrough Show network, I would never want to do anything on air or in my show that was going to give some kind of a bad name to the Jacksons, to Shiraz, to Crystal, to anybody involved with the network. I would never want to do anything that would have people that watch the show and have been verbal about that now go, I don't watch that show, kind of thing. And you're always going to come across that, right? You're going to, when you're in the public eye, you're going to come across people who don't agree with what you say, whatever else. So I'm not talking about that in particular, but my point is that there are always expectations, whether it's from yourself or from other people, as far as how you carry yourself. And it can be a more challenging environment to simply be yourself, and not just be yourself, but to let some of those more silly sides out that maybe you don't have the opportunity to do in your job. Sometimes it isn't about, you're not allowed to be any particular way, but if you hosted, say for example, you hosted a show about, I don't know, say you hosted a show about losing your job and finding a new job. That's probably not going to be the space where you're going to want to talk about or the most appropriate place to talk about, like, the reality show that you watch that's a complete train wreck. Okay. So, it's just a different ball game kind of thing. And so taking the time for yourself allows you to play and be and express and do all of those things without the expectations of every day that are put on you from wherever else. Miss Ford said, yes, it's truly refreshing to have time for self and simply opt out of the demands of everyone else. Absolutely. And again, I'm not saying that the demands are bad, right? Because a lot of times those, like, the demands of running the Breakthrough Show network, it's great. Like, I love it. It lights me up, brings me joy, all of the things. But it's, sometimes we have to allow ourselves to step out. We just need the damn break, right? We just need to be able to cut up and have fun without the cameras on, without the expectations of others, without all of those things that are going on. So I have really enjoyed this series. Will you guys let me know in the comments if you have enjoyed this series about play that we did? We've gone through all 10 things now. It's been so much fun to go through these different things, and all 10 tips, I thought they were great. Again, this was from Mindfulness Magazine. What year was this? So this was from a special edition in 2018, but I don't know when. And I actually went and I grabbed a new Mindfulness Magazine from this year. Well, I was at the store yesterday. I have to peek through it. There's always some great articles in there and really step-by-step things. So if you guys ever get a chance to check out that magazine, they do a great job with it. I think there's always something to take home from that space as well. Oh, look. It's Shiraz with Energetic Magic. Good morning, my friend. Good to see you. You guys make sure you go check out Wealthy Healers Summit, the Wealthy Healers Summit. I think it's wealthyhealers.com. Is that right, Shiraz? You'll have to let me know in the comments. I also have to tell you guys about something coming up. We have some fun things coming up and also something very exciting that started today, which I would love for you to be a part of. But we are going to take a quick break and we're going to talk about something that brings me so much joy on this break. And that is a musical evening of giving that's coming up on December 4th, 2021. Check this out, guys, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I hope you have gotten your tickets, ladies and gentlemen, to a musical evening of giving.com. I am so excited about this event. It's going to bring joy. It's going to bring excitement. It's going to bring happiness. And y'all, I bought my dress this weekend. Yes, it's an online event, but I am going to get fancy, boys and girls. I'm going to get fancy. I'm excited. Now I'm just crossing my fingers that the damn thing fits when it gets here. I'm so excited about this though, because you guys, it's going to be so much fun. There's 12 musicians involved that have donated their time for this event. 100% of the ticket proceeds are going to Overcoming Odds and the White Scholarship Foundation. I'm just thrilled about this. It's going to be a blast. And really there's nothing. Okay. So you're going to get the music. You're going to get a virtual swag bag that has all kinds of discounts and freebies to help you with your holiday shopping. And frankly, to help you with your sanity during the holiday season. Who doesn't need more of that? Including $300 class energetic magic session from the one and only Shiraz.
I'm on. Oh my gosh.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. How you doing?
You're making it a habit to get up early on Monday mornings now.
It was really weird. I woke up this morning. I'm like, why am I awake? Why am I awake? I'm becoming like Jessica. Stop it. Stop it.
See what we do? This is what this is what we do here. I love it though, because I found that, as we talked about today, our topic of taking time for yourself, the importance of stepping away a little bit from your work and from the demands of other people and the expectations we have for ourselves and all of that. When I get up on early Monday, this is my time. Typically, I don't have kids. I have kids awake now at this time this morning, but typically they're not. They sleep through this, and I have time to myself. So, how do you make sure that you take time for yourself?
It's weird. You ask me these questions that it's just, for me, it's just like this. I just do.
Yeah.
I'm always the first one up, so I always have a couple hours in the morning that's just to myself. But right now, just an example, it's 2 weeks before my summit. We're going nuts. There's all these pieces that have to be in place and things we're discovering we haven't done. And yesterday I played Dungeons and Dragons because screw it. I got to have some fun. Right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's interesting because I'm like that too, where if I have something like I'm doing the event coming up in December and I have so much on my plate getting ready for that because it's a lot and it's live and there's a lot of things going on with that with sponsorships and the artists and all of that and but I did my 5K on Saturday. I had fun with the kids for Halloween Saturday and Sunday, which if y'all missed that story, you're going to have to go back to the beginning.
You have to go to that.
And I still, I've still played games. I've still had time with my husband. And because if you don't do that for me, like I find myself getting more stressed out about the things that I have to do. And I, we still have to choose this whole series has been about bringing more play into our lives, be playful, because then we'll be more playful in the things that we have planned because we're in a better mood.
And we actually have more play in the household too, because we just got a new dog.
Oh.
And and he's gotten into the habit that when I'm sitting, I don't know why, but especially if I'm sitting down for dinner, he seems to think that's the time you get to throw the ball for me. I'm eating.
Yes.
But yeah, that's when I'm sitting down, he'll find the ball, come run up to me, and then we start playing. And it's eventually getting into a habit thing where I can continue to do whatever I'm doing and just the arm just throws automatically and he's all happy. But watching him run and chase the ball and smash into furniture and slip and slide is quite amusing, and I'm going to continue to enjoy that.
We have a new member of our family on accident.
On accident.
We had end of last week, a cat come into our yard. We don't know where she came from. But
I thought it was going to be another kid. Okay. Go ahead.
Not today. Not today, Shiraz. But black cat just in time for Halloween, right?
Nice.
And don't know where it came from, but she's the sweetest thing. And she doesn't have claws. So, whoever let her outside without claws, there's a special place for you. And that's a different show. And I'm not going to go there. But she's obviously no way to defend herself. She was hungry and everything else. So we fed her a little bit. And then now she's in my garage.
Oh.
And because I have to be the, stereotypical plant-based person, I got her a little toy that looks like an avocado.
Why an avocado?
Because it's cute.
Okay.
It's this little avocado with a green feather. Oh, she pulled 2 of the feathers off already. So now it has 1 green feather left on the top of the apple. And it makes little, crinkly noises like cats like. And she just bats this little avocado around the room. And there it is. So now we have a cat, apparently. But the cat is in the garage, though, because we have the bunny, and they would not be friends.
You don't know that.
That cat when it was outside, was eyeing the bunny through my office door
Okay.
window. And I was like, no, ma'am. Nope. We're not doing
I'm
that.
just saying, my friend Justin used to have this snake, and he would feed it live mice. And one thing we didn't realize was that the snake only likes white live mice. And so one time the pet store was out of the white ones, so he got some black ones, and he dropped the black mouse into the snake, expecting the snake to eat it. And the snake just looked at it and went, "What the hell is that?" And then the next day, just to see if the snake could finally eat in the cage, the mouse was riding on top of the snake, and they were going around the cage.
You do never know. You do never know. But when that cat was looking through this window over here, I was like, I see the look in your eyes. We are not doing this. We are not doing this. Nope, not even going to try, because I couldn't handle it if something, no, nope, not happening.
Okay,
so
got
I'm
it.
going to keep them apart, and that's going to be great.
Are you going to name the cat Avocado?
No, we named it Sabrina.
Oh, okay. That's too on the nose, though. You got to go with something different. Avocado works better.
Should we call it Avocado? Okay, I'm going to take a vote. You guys, we'll give it a middle name of Avocado. Sabrina Avocado.
Only the middle name. Okay. So I can't win this one. I just
Do
all
you
I can
think
get is a middle name.
I am trying to meet in the middle here, sure. Do you think that we should name the cat Avocado? I will try to bring up a photo here while we are chatting, but tell everybody for a moment, Shiraz, if they weren't here last week when you popped on, about the Wealthy Healer Summit, and we'll put you live on the screen to share with the people. See that?
Okay. So the Wealthy Healers Summit is a little brainchild of mine, because I see a lot of healers out there doing amazing work, and not just energy healers, grief counselors and physiotherapists and naturopaths and nutritionists and coaches. And a lot of them aren't getting what they could be getting, partly because it's a belief that this is a gift and I should share it, and I should make sure that everyone can get it for free. And part of it because people just don't know how to run a business. They know how to do their healing practice, but they don't know how to leverage. And they forget that the more impact you have, the bigger your business. Sorry, the other way around. The bigger your business, the more impact you have. So you want to grow your business. You want to be in a place of wealth, because when you're in a place of wealth, you can do more, you can be more, you can affect more. So we've created the summit so that we've got experts there that show you how to amp your business to the next level. And, it applies to healers, but it's going to apply to any entrepreneur. And we've got a few wealthy healers there to talk about their story and inspire. So if you're interested in any of that, come on out, wealthyhealers.com. There's my commercial.
That's that's it. That's all you need to know. I'm going to put it in the comments right now. Wealthyhealers.com. People, it is in the comments officially now for you to click on, go there and sign up. And you can get the admission is the regular admission ticket is free, but the VIP is the way you want to go. Why?
Because the VIP allows you to keep all the recordings. It allows you to get what's in the VIP package, which is a whole bunch of things from almost every speaker, things that you would normally pay for. They're in this package, and each of them is worth hundreds, or a couple of cases over $1,000. And also there are special things we're doing during the summit. Like I'm going to be working on people's belief systems in the summit, but only with the VIPs. And we also are setting up hot seat, where a bunch of the people in the summit are going to be there. You're going to talk about your business and where it's stuck. And you're going to have all these experts saying, you can do this. Have you tried this? Take this out. And you get a business makeover right there in the summit. So
that's nice. A makeover. Yeah. It's like Ricky Lake. Remember that show?
Ricky Lake. But okay, yes, exactly like Ricky Lake.
No, it's not, people. It's not like that at all. But it was very funny in the moment to think about that. Okay, so should we name her? Look at her play with the avocado.
Yeah.
It's so cute. Should we name her Avocado? Should we change her name to Avocado? Or should it be Sabrina? You tell me in the comments what you want us to do. But yes, wealthyhealers.com is where you get your, you can get the regular ticket or you can get the VIP ticket. We recommend the VIP ticket. I am one of the speakers, and I'm going to be sharing about something I'm not allowed to share about until the time that I share about it.
Okay.
It's going to be good, though. It's going to be good. A lot of amazing speakers. It's going to be super exciting. And we're going to be thrilled to have you as an event there. And also, don't forget to get your tickets to a musical evening of giving.com
Yes.
as well, where you are going to get a whole experience from Shiraz with your ticket.
And as an added bonus, I will not be singing that night.
Should we thank you for that?
More incentive to come.
Yes, the music is going to be fabulous, and Shiraz will not be singing. Well, Shiraz, it was good to see your face again this morning, and I think this summit's going to be amazing. It's coming up in just a couple of weeks now. The time is ticking.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Very exciting. Thank you to Miss Ford, who, by the way, said yes, to recharge our internal batteries is crucial, especially whenever we take the time to get out into nature and really breathe in fresh air and expel all the worries and stresses of life, even if for a few moments, she says. Yes, we love that. And also thank you to, where is he at? Mr. Jackson, here this morning. I know that he's getting his day going, but I appreciate you being here, my friend, and everybody else who join us, especially over on our sister network, E360 TV. Thank you so much for being here as well. Thank you, Shiraz, for being here this morning.
Thank you, Jessica, for having me.
All right, you guys, it's been another fantastic episode this morning. I thank you for being here wherever you are in the world. And until next week, I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to the Project Joy podcast with your host, Jessica Dugas. We'll see you again next Monday and every Monday for another episode to start your week off right.